Now, moving on, we have Playup and Ryan Bowman.
Afternoon, everyone. My name's Ryan Bowman. I'm a director and one of the founders and CMO of Playup. Playup is a growing ecosystem in the fantasy sports and betting arenas, and we are launching our universal gaming currency called the Playchip, and I'll run you through it. Betting, as you can probably understand, and gaming is a huge market, over 465 million in turnover per year in regulated markets and 3 trillion per year in unregulated markets. You've all heard of ICOs, you've probably seen a bunch of them today. ICOs typically start with a white paper, a fancy looking document, and from there they raise a lot of money and they build a team and they build a product and they launch and so on and so forth. We're doing it in reverse. We're calling it an OCI. Why we're in reverse? Our business currently has 500,000 active users that are using our ecosystem and playing our games and challenges today. We have 6 platforms already built and that span the world with 70 players from over 70 countries across the globe. And we're on track this year to generate 430 million in turnover in USD. So, the Playchip is going to be the center of that growing ecosystem. What's coming up there on the screen now are our brands. They all have existing users that generate the turnover that I mentioned. We're going to move a bunch of these users to the blockchain through our own ERC20 token and also invite the crypto world into the gaming space. They're not just a bunch of logos that I've thrown up on the screen. These are downloadable. These are ready to play. If you're in one of our territories where we hold licenses, and if you're not, you can go to our free-to-play platform, which is called Playup, and you can download these games now and see what's going to be at the heart of this utility token. There are 2 more acquisitions which are underway, which I'm very pleased to announce, but I can't do today, unfortunately. I hoped I was going to, but the ink hasn't dried on those, but they will very soon. All right, and here's where things get interesting for our business. As you've seen, I've got a bunch of users and they'll be turned on to a cryptocurrency. This is where the smarts come into it. We're building our own Play wallet and our own Play exchange. So within that ecosystem, you can seamlessly deposit any cryptocurrency and buy your Play chips, enter any of our games, and then cash out, all while staying within the ecosystem. Because all of our customers are KYC'd and AML compliant on their way in, we can also set them up accounts within our exchange on the fly. So very, very exciting, and some things where a lot of these ICOs with amazing tech struggle to get traction when they're live. I think we've solved that. So where's our traction today? We launched these platforms in August of 2017. We have well over 500,000 users on our platform in any given month and on track this year to deliver 2 million. We're the approved betting providers for a number of these sports and we're only just getting started. We're adding new sports every day to appease our community. There's a lot of ICOs or blockchain companies that are going into the space and using that as a way to get around regulation. Nothing could be further from the truth for us. We are regulated. We hold licenses in the UK, Australia and USA, and some of you may have been aware of the recent developments in the USA in regards to them legalising sports betting. So a huge opportunity at the moment. I probably should have started by saying we're from Sydney. This is an Australian-based rugby league team, which we're the major sponsor of, which we're very proud of. Most successful rugby league team in Australia, which has a number of famous fans, which you may or may not know. Russell Crowe's actually the owner of that team, for those of you that don't know. The company is in the process of its ICO, but we are also in a pre-ICO stage. So for any of you investors here today that are looking at pre-ICO opportunities, it'd be nice of you to come and stop past booth 26 where we can take you through those plans and walk you through them. The rest of this pitch deck is to do with the ICO itself. Where we're at, within 6 weeks we sold out the seed round and moved into pre-ICO as of June 1st. 30% of our supply will be available during this stage, and then up to a 30% discount is available for token holders based on the amount of tokens that they purchase. An ICO, which will be a world first, will be a 48-hour only ICO where we will go from more to the crypto community in the lower end of the volume purchases. Listing, another area where some ICOs come unstuck is that they cross this bridge when they get to it. We've already got agreements in place with 2 of these exchanges, and as I mentioned on our roadmap, are building our own exchange. HIT BTC is our preferred one, and we'll be partnered directly with them at launch to provide a somewhat seamless ability to sell your tokens through our Play wallet. All right, I won't go into too much details here. I encourage anyone who is interested in this space or in blockchain or ICOs, tokens, to come and have a chat to them about the token distribution. But as I stated before, 25% of our tokens will be sold in this round, leaving the rest mainly for growth initiatives. The funds that we are receiving during the ICO predominantly will be spent again on marketing activities. We are an existing provider with existing platforms, so we don't have to be that much reliant on the funds for our technical development. All right, here's where we're at, and we've had a very, very busy start to the year. As you can see, we've added six different gaming businesses to our ecosystem, sponsored the NRL team, and here we are today in June kicking off our roadshows, which is our first of about 16 across the world, and taking us all the way into November, where we'll get through the bulk of our technical deliveries as part of this ICO process. We're not moonlighting. There's 38 full-time staff running this business. Many of them come from a gaming and a betting background, and a lot of them also from a Fortune 500 company's background. Some great advisors. We're soon to announce that the MD of Twitch in Australia and New Zealand is coming on board as one of our gaming advisors, which is exciting. And that's basically it. And I see I've got a minute 45 left, so I'm just going to play a video just because we made it. And I'm not quite sure if this will do it.
Most start out strong with an impressive white paper and a lot of hype. Then the development phase begins. And little by little, things start to change. As the months tick by and it's release time, this is what you often get. The Playup, on the other hand, is already part of an existing product enjoyed by over 500,000 users in 70 countries and on track to deliver $430 million this year. No hype needed. Which one would you choose? Visit playup.global and back the winning horse.
So that's it for me today. Look, thanks for that. We're pretty kind of excited about the opportunity, just given that I think it's going to be one of the ICOs that will generate the most amount of usage from day one, and usage is what this industry needs. And then it's part of our job is to bring the mainstream to the blockchain. And as some of you would know, or most of you know, gaming and gambling and betting was probably the number one driver of takeoff of the internet in the early days, and we expect the same to do for the blockchain. Thank you very much.